Retired. Retired. An athlete retired. Someone still bright into their field of training and competition had to retire. I wonder why. I mean, there's no difference between men and women. The civil rights that have been fought for, they don't matter. Tell me what you think, Stevie. Scholarships. I know you're about to have a kid, Stevie. I'm not sure if it's a girl or a boy, but if it's a girl, scholarships are done for if she wants to run track or play basketball or whatnot, and then some guy can just get on the team and win. I like what he says here. Like, great, let's celebrating a man for beating some women. Flashback to Joe Rogan. That lyric always brings me flashbacks to Joe Rogan. And Farron Fox, some dude who went into the MMA and legitimately had the audacity and sanity to think it was okay to smash a woman's cabeza. What? Great. Let's celebrating a man for beating some women. It's not only beating a woman in a sport and beating her at all other of the rights that she has earned. Women didn't have the right to vote. They earned that. It's all about equality, right? They're cutting equality off at the leg. Just like in California with their resegregation, where they are resegregating, just like the movements that they create, just like they're pushing on TV, which is CRT theories of certain ethnicities being told they are less than. It's all about breaking down societies, especially when societies have never been closer. And we're on to y'all. Y'all are a minority. I don't care what Twitter says. I don't care what Facebook says. I don't care what YouTube says or what's in your algorithm. The people who believe this crap are the people in the colleges. They are paid by China and the professors to indoctrinate the youth. It's horrifying. It's scary. Get your kids out of college. Homeschool your children before it's illegal like it is in France. Y'all got me heated. I didn't say it. Stevie's got the platform, and I'm all here for it. I mean, we've all thought about it, right? Why has nobody said it? Why? I mean, there's weight classes in boxing: heavyweight, middleweight, lower weight, whatever. There's classes in skateboarding. There's amateur and pro, vert and street. What is the difference? If it's about equality, you would make it equal, okay? They have brainwashed a generation, a very small minority. Thank you, Stevie, for having the balls to create this platform. Mm-hmm. Stevie is a racist bigot. Did you just hear what Stevie said? A black male? He's a racist bigot. And he doesn't care about trans. That's crazy. He cares about them the most. honestly. Because if you want equality and fair overall equity of outcome, it wouldn't be the way, like, society is being transformed into this thing that we all can see blatantly in our face, in our eyes. It's being transformed directly in front of our faces. Our kids are being transformed and propagandized and molded and shaped directly in front of our faces, and people haven't stood up. Enough people haven't stood up. I'm honestly, I am grateful for the people who have, and I shouldn't be surprised that in this country people have stood up. People in Canada are being arrested for jokes, or if you disagree, or if you post like a World Health Organization link, and you say you're going to a rally in the UK or Canada or Australia. Canada and Australia is really bad right now. Like, people are being ripped out of their houses. Pregnant moms have been ripped out of their houses by officials. People who are paid measly amounts. People who have no loyalty to their country or the citizens that they have sworn to protect and serve. And it's disgusting. The amount of people I saw, like the people who were at the CRT in Virginia, the people who stood up against CRT, so many diverse cultures, mainly African American. I don't even like to use that term, because you could be Caribbean and be black, and that's not African American. You could be from Jamaica or be from St. Martin. You're not African American. Darker shades of complexion have been the ones that have stood up. And we've all seen the video of the young father who's with his little daughter. She's got the cute little braids, and they talk against CRT so blatantly. We need more. We need more people to stand up. We still have a right to speak. We still have a right to own our Second Amendment. And that's the only thing currently stopping us. We see what the ATF is doing. This video's gotten off on a tangent. This is why me and Stevie are different. He tests the waters. He can do this. I can't do it. This is why, like, nobody will see this, but I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. The reason I'm so ecstatic is because I've watched him grow so much, and it's just crazy to think that growing up in the 90s when we had no computers, and the first video game system I had, and I was spoiled. I was middle class. I grew up in Iowa in a house from 1843 with a dirt basement and a few levels, and we had to share rooms with our brothers, and if you snored, you get your face beat in with a pillow because your brother's next to you in a twin bed and his friends are on the ground. Like, you'd get clowned, or you'd get kicked out the room and you'd have to sleep in the hallway. You'd get wedgie, like, whatever. Like, I grew up how everybody should have grown up. I believe that. I mean, I don't know. Like, kids these days are so soft. And that was just Iowa. I moved to California after my parents separated and got divorced, and that's a whole nother topic. Everything that's happened, I've been through earthquakes in California in '94, the Northridge earthquake, where I had to clean up after an earthquake, after something I had no idea. Like, inexplicably at 4 a.m, the bed is violently shaking and my feet are getting cut because I'm jumping off the ground and my dresser drawer mirror is under my feet, and the dresser is in front of the door, and the house is cracking, and there's fire coming from the streets, and boo hoo hoo, don't look back. The past is not the future. Look forward. The past is what makes you, and it's made me into the person I am today, and they are softening our children these days to they're molding them. They think they're molding them in. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm going to do a live stream after this. I'll talk more about it. I appreciate Stevie for what he's doing. His eyes are opening. And let's get back into it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. What did I just say? Stevie! Stevie! I don't know, man. Real fast, and I'm about to end it. Media online these days is strange. Growing up in the 90s, we didn't have much. We had AOL Messenger, and I would have creeps messaging me, ASML or whatever, age, sex, ASL, like age, sex, location. You'd have creeps, like, literally trying to meet you, right? Like, from your area. Scary times, right? I don't know how my parents dealt with it, but I still was on my bike, and you better be on when the street lights come on. Have we been so softened as a society? Have our rights to protect ourselves and our neighborhoods been taken away so much that we're afraid to let our kids go out without slipping a GPS in their backpack? Have we become helicopter parents? I'm not a parent. I'm 30. I'll be 32 July 22nd. Cancer Leo. 32 years old. I'd be afraid to let my... do what I did. I did everything my parents told me not to. Corey, in Iowa, up in the Midwest. You're not allowed to go on the other side of the train tracks. We went, played on the other side of the train tracks. We created tree houses and forts, played near the river, near the currents, had friends drowned, came back across and said, oh yeah, we just had fun. We didn't go. We did. We went. Your kids are going to do what you tell them not to. They're creating a soft generation and softer parents to go with this generation, the more indoctrinated they become. I could go on forever. Stevie, I love Stevie. I didn't like him. Not that I didn't like him. We're all prejudiced. Everybody's prejudiced. It's nature as a animal or as a species to be prejudiced. Cats don't like dogs. Dogs don't like cats. Cats don't like rats, right? But are there videos of them coinciding with each other after they have been domesticated enough to be with each other? How have we domesticated dogs to be like the best pets for humans? That's a weird tangent. Everybody's prejudiced, right? And this has nothing to do with skin color. I was attracted to Stevie's channel at first because he was recommended. Thank God, like through the algorithm, because he does a lot of good videos. But I didn't like the energy that he put off. And I watched him enough to where I couldn't really form an opinion because he didn't really talk about his opinions a lot. But when he would say something and then like just be very abrupt and blunt. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So like I assumed that he had the opinion that the news pushes out, like the majority, the mass appeal of what like the opinion's supposed to be. But then I heard him through other videos like kind of like agree with me on certain topics, which were very like level and based and in the middle. And I'm like, okay. And then like towards like recently, like I heard he's having a kid. His energy has changed a lot. Like it went from very angry to like very open, like welcoming. I don't know what it is. I'm very empathic. I'm an empath. I'm very intuitive, and I pick up on energy. But I'm very grateful for what he's done. This video is so long, and I'm gonna put it out. Screw y'all, Stevie Knight. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Let me just stop talking, okay? I'm too excited. He's got me excited. He's done what I wanted him to do. He created another channel. I'm ecstatic. More people need to do this, all right? More people need to do this. I love it. Keep doing what you're doing. Tell everybody what needs to be said. Weight classes? Don't we have weight classes? We can't, Stevie. Stevie, they're not going to allow it. They're pressuring this on society. And it's become blatantly aware to everybody, which is why you have African American, Caribbean, whatever. You have black, white, yellow at critical race theory school meetings Indoctrination camps for your kids, government-funded school systems you pay your taxes towards, who are teaching your kids pornographic imagery about being GAY and LGBTQ and PRID and Pride Month and be happy and men and fathers and do what you want to do in your own room. But what happened to when I was a kid in 5th grade? Extremely uncomfortable when we had the talk about reproductive organs. That was it. Kids, this is how babies are made. Reproductive organs, ovaries, testicles. You know what you have. You know girls are a little different. This is why. This is how you're created. There's no stork. It's kind of like Santa's not real. Like you're like, oh, I already knew it. I have my own issues, and I knew it for a different reason. Trauma and abuse and sexual and mental and otherwise. But that's why I'm crazy. But these kids don't need to do this, and that's exactly what you're doing, is you're sexually abusing them at young ages. Little kids don't need books about how to, or doing it in, like, no. Reproductive health, like we did in 5th grade, and everybody goes and laughs on the PE yard after, ha ha ha, you have a period, ha ha ha, you have wet dreams, and that's that. Nothing about, do you like it in the booty? Or like cartoon showing, did you see that cartoon where he's doing it? Like they're encouraging kids. Y'all think I'm joking. Let me shut up. Stevie, do what you keep doing. I'll do what I keep doing. Alright? Because eventually you're going to get to the point where you go down the rabbit hole where this is, you have a kid. What I'm saying right now is honestly true, and they're doing this, and it's disgusting. Fight the narrative. No matter what you do, fight the narrative. You have a backing. You have a platform. I don't. People like us don't. We've been stifled. We went a little too crazy. Said a little too many crazy things. We've been put on a list. I mean, we're all on lists. But I love y'all. And hawks who flock, I know who y'all are. Those who don't, go catch a car and go far. Yeah. Screw you. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Why are you watching my video to begin with? Bye. Bye. It's about equity, not equality. Equity of outcome for all. We're all going to be broke, poor, miserable. And like Bill Gates says, his best book to research this year's Lights Out. Get your water, guys.